Bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Witcher 3. We left off, Geralt was becoming acquainted with the town of, or the area of White Orchid. I think it's the town here, actually. We met a few of the locals and busted up a few of their heads because they wanted to attack me for being a Witcher. We also helped track down an arsonist who burnt the local blacksmith's shop, a dwarf by the name of Willis. And he was turned over to the local guards because he tried to bribe us. We also, the guards decided that they were also going to hang him, since apparently the forge was very important to the garrison and the work I guess the blacksmith was doing. Thus, he's probably dead, or will be killed shortly. Life's pretty rough, especially disagreeing with the new local forces, I suppose. We also picked up a few notes and a few, or at least one Witcher contract that we're interested in. So we're going to go ahead and try to figure out where we have to go to get that quest done.
Kings do the fighting, but peasants do the dying.
Ah, yes, and to that end... Ooh, wrong button. Let's bring up our map. This is telling us about how to place local objectives on a map. We actually want to go to the quests, and they want to do Witcher contracts. Ask Odalin about the contract.
May the sun shine upon you.
Oh, and he's right here, too. That makes this easy to do. By the way, can we pick up any sunflower seeds? We cannot. Okay, well, we're here now. Let's go ahead and see about this contract. I believe this is the ghost at the well, right? Oh, yeah, devil by the well. It says it right over there on the right.
Greetings, good man. Having trouble with your well? That's what I read.
Aye, 'tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
'Cause earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Fell dreadfully ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but water. Clear, pure water. And where am I to get that if not from the well? But first, the ghost's got to be driven away. And it don't let any man near.
I feel really bad for him. We need money, but we also have our survey, which said we help the poor for free. This gentleman is probably very poor.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. But she's sick, and if the well water would help her...
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now, no one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off, please.
Okay, let's head on up there and pay a visit to this ghost.
Got a lump of bread today.
I think before we do so, though, we'll grab a few more of these herbs, and now we finally have to call our roach. That was the wrong thing to press. Let's go ahead and press this button. Still the wrong button to press. I drank my one potion completely. Oh my god. What's the, oh, this button. Nope, wrong one. Uh-oh. What'd I set it to? Ah, I see. Okay, that was pretty embarrassing. That was pretty disgusting. Alright, let's head on out of here and go visit that well. So Geralt needs to know what creatures we'll be fighting. When we do unlock this creature, we will read about it. We're going to be very interested in knowing how to fight it, assuming Geralt even has any of that information on him or about him. Right now, we're just going to take our time. We're near the town outskirts, so we're still going to trot. Once we get out here, we'll go ahead and canter, and then we'll go ahead and run whenever we're in any danger. And here we go. Yep, off we go. I'm so amazed at how gorgeous this game looks. It is amazing. And the pathing also, hinting us to the direction you're supposed to go, is really nicely done. Being able to just let go of the mouse and just watch Geralt ride the horse around is also... Oh, hello. Really useful.
Take it easy.
It's here.
The infamous well. The Moonwraith. Wonder what it's doing here.
Let's look up that entry. Devil by the Well. The residents of White Orchid had suffered more than their fair share of misfortunes. Passing armies had trampled their spring planting, a griffin had begun abducting their livestock, and the rotting icing on this painful cake, a Noonwraith haunted a nearby well. No wonder the locals called this final evil a devil. The Witcher could sense something bound her to this place, and that in order to send her off into the ethereal realms, he would first need to learn her secret. Once that was done, he would have to prepare for battle, and a Noonwraith is a demanding opponent. She can disorient the victim by blinding him and create mirror images of herself. These copies slowly suck the victim's life energy, while their mistress remains untouchable. In order to defeat her, the Witcher could not rely on his silver sword alone. The Yrden sign would also be needed to trap her and force her to take on material form. And Noonwraiths themselves? Despite what is commonly thought, peasants do not interrupt their labors at midday to get out of the sun. They do so to avoid Noonwraiths. Vlad Raymond, peasants and their customs. On particularly searing summer days, when the sun reaches its zenith, wraiths will at times appear, resembling a sun-scorched women dressed in long white robes. These are Noonwraiths, the spirits of young women and girls who died violent deaths right before their weddings. Driven mad with pain or anger, they wander the fields searching for their unfaithful lovers or backstabbing rivals. Though they will kill anyone who does not get out of their way in time. They are often held in this world by some object of intense emotional significance. That is why, if one ever finds a wedding ring or torn veil in the middle of a field, one should not pick it up, but instead back away as quickly as possible. They are vulnerable to moon dust, specter oil, and Yrden signs. While we have Yrden...
Something's tied the Noonwraith to this place. An object. Something she needs before she'll leave this world. Strange, she's not attacking.
I don't intend to go near the well while she's here. We can fend her off, but we won't be able to defeat her. We'll instead investigate the area around here and see if we can find anything that might hint as to what's bound her here. While we're here, we might as well loot the leftover structures. They've been left alone for so long. I don't think anyone will miss this stuff. Amazing. The graphics are amazing. Oh, hello. I see some things to search. We'll wait for her to go back on the other side, and then we'll search the remnants of whatever that is there.
Bodies dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. Noonwraith did this.
She'll vanish once it gets dark, or once it's past, or even in the early hours. She only appears at noon and lasts until dusk, I believe. We didn't finish searching that structure entirely. We'll search this one instead. Have your horse come to you, press down. No thank you. Why would I want that to happen? The horse will be vulnerable to the wraith. I don't think your horse will actually get attacked, but I'm going to pretend as if he can. Hello, something over there we're interested in. Every single thing you pick up will be useful. Everything. If nothing else, for the few coins it will be worth.
A journal. Might be useful.
I thought I got through this tutorial already. Yellow Diary. 27/3/1250. It's happened. Volkir sent the petition of our grievances against the Lord to the court at Vizima. Listed all the harm he's done us, how he killed John for not taking off his cap quick enough, how he trampled our fields when drunk with nary a thought of repayment, how he barged in during Pieter's wedding and demanded his right of the first night. Now we finally got what we begged, but I can't pronounce this god's name. Malatelli? For in our prayers for so long. The judge recognized our grievances and waived all our bonds and duties to the Lord. We can finally strike out on our own. At last, we can live as free men. 12/4/1250. The first day of our freedom. Hovel's not much of a village yet, but to my mind, it's better than the most fantastic place. Volker fumed our home with hazelwood smoke to drive out evil, buried a marten under the gate to make sure no thieves cross our threshold, and then he gave me a bracelet, loveliest I've ever seen. Mother said it's foolish to spend so much on a bauble when we haven't plows nor hoes, and that we ought to return it to the merchant. Over my dead body, I'll never take it off. It'll always be there to remind me of Volker, of how happy we were that day. 23/4/1250. They say the Lord is coming to see us. He wants to make a deal, to beg us to return to the village. They say he's calmed since his son died, that he's not as quick to anger about small slights. Well, we'll see. One way or another, I have no intention to move 1 inch from here.
That bracelet might be what ties the woman's spirit to this place. A man, stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean. More bloodstains over there. But it's not his blood. Bloodstains, barely visible. Someone was dragged this way. Someone who was still alive.
Oh no. I bet you that goes to the well, doesn't it?
Palm prints in blood. Small hands. A woman's. Someone dragged her out. She was wounded. Fought for her life. No body in sight, but might still find some tracks. Under the right conditions, bloodstains can remain visible for decades. Another print by the well.
We will wait for her to go before we go out there and search the well, though. Seems to me like probably her husband was killed here, and she was dragged to the well and probably raped and or killed. Yeah, we're not getting close to that. I don't feel like fighting her. She is really difficult. We will definitely want to be prepared. So she's out from noon to dusk, apparently. Okay. Ah, man. Can you imagine living in a world where these things are out and about trying to kill you? What a terrible place. I'm surprised people hate Witchers as much. I guess people must have spread rumors and or lies or something of the sort to make people hate the Witchers so much. I really want to get close, but I don't want to have to... I guess we can try. This is not going to go well for us, though. Okay. Why not? Let's do this.
Noonwraith won't stray too far from the well.
Oh, okay. Well, she lets us get that close to it. I want to search the well itself. Let's search this building, maybe? I don't think we've been in here yet. Bear fat and such, like dog tallow, will be used to make bombs, alcohol potions, and things like saltpeter. Actually, those make... I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. The fat will make oils. Saltpeter makes bombs. And the alcohol makes potions. Amethyst dust and what have you is worth a lot of money, but used to create some of the more expensive crafts in the game. It's really tempting to always spend all the emerald dusts or gems you pick up, especially if you're starving for coins. See anything else out here? We might have to go to the well and fight her off after all in order to investigate. Let's do so. Oh, or not. Okay. She will regenerate hits that we inflict on her. Oh, and apparently, I missed that Yrden sign. Magic is still a little low. She seems to be immune to the Yrden sign as well.
She fled, but she'll be back tomorrow. Something's keeping her here. Noonwraith won't stray too far from the well.
We'll grab these puff balls. These are also useful. Every single herb you pick up will prove to be. I suppose this creature is here in case you didn't arrive during normal hours. Oh, silver ignet. That would be useful to creating a better silver sword. This doesn't bode well.
Bloodstains. almost faded. But the line's taut. Something's not right. A corpse, hanged by the bucket rope. Woman the journal belonged to. Must be. Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman. Around 30, judging by the teeth. Left arm's missing. Need to cremate the remains. Gotta find the object that binds her to this place before I do, though. Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband? Might be why her arm fell off. Gotta jump down there. Hope I don't break my legs.
We will head down there soon. First, I want to check the remains of this room. The game doesn't tell you this, to my knowledge, but you can use your signs to push and pull things around and clear entrances that or remove debris out of the way. Oh, not this room, a different room. I'm sorry, structure. This one. Yep. I'm not talking. Let's see what's on the other side of the fallen wreckage here, shall we? Wrong building again. Is there anything in this one? No. Doesn't figure out. Oh, you can't run while your Witcher senses are active. Okay. Alright, this is the building, the last one. We can see the searchables. Let's go ahead and knock this out of the way. This powder, linen, that'll come in useful. Smoking pipes. And water. Oh, thank goodness, we needed the water. I think we used some of it earlier. We didn't take too much damage from fighting her, which is very good. The first time I fought her, long time ago, I didn't read the bestiary first and couldn't even hurt her, obviously. She's practically immune to damage done unless you have the Yrden sign down. So, something in here is what we're looking for. Let's get onto the ledge and take a look around with our Witcher senses. Looks like what we're looking for. It looks like someone's arm. Nothing else visible. Oh, hello. There's a small box there I'll be interested in taking. Geralt can hold his breath a lot longer than I can hold mine underwater, thank goodness. Optimatter. That's a pretty rare to find ingredient, I think. I'm assuming this well, I guess, must be being fed not from the same source that feeds the river. So this is probably so this is probably safe to drink from then. Oh, suet mushrooms. I remember when I farmed these in The Witcher 1, endlessly going to, what was the town you started in? Vizima? The outskirts of Vizima, then you went into the city? Oh, so many suet mushrooms. They were the only thing early on that granted, I think, Rubio?
Lucky not to come up empty-handed. A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire, from Volker. Bracelet must have belonged to the woman in the well. Lovely craftsmanship, but I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the Noon Wraith for good. Better do it near the well.
Peek around, see if there's anything else out here. I don't see any other searchables. This looks like a dead end, but I think there might be a way for us to get out of here under the water. And there was... Oh, anything secret? We should be using the Witcher senses all the time. Glad there's some oxygen up here. I'd always be nervous that I would be swimming, I'd surface in a small area for air, only to find there wasn't any up in that area. I can't seem to actually swim any faster underwater. Come on, Geralt. No? Not gonna do it. We can make it out of here anyway. Is there anyone actually in the house? We'll visit this first, I suppose.
Need to prepare for this fight. Brew some wraith oil. Drink some potions.
I think the game will hint what we have to do about that sort of thing. We'll need to set up camp first to make the stuff that we need to create. To make the stuff we need to create, to make the oils and or potions we'll want to drink. This place looks... Oh, hello! Abandoned. And someone else was hung here as well. Well, the good news for us is that means no one's going to need anything here. Steel sword. Let's take a look at that weapon compared to what we're currently using. The condition is worse, but the damage is better. That one has plus 25 armor piercing. Oh, this one has no armor piercing bonus. It just grants some extra damage. I think I'll keep what I've currently got. Actually, we should probably repair one of our weapons. It's slightly damaged. We'll repair our silver sword. We'll have to buy another blacksmith's kit to repair the steel weapon. Probably have to end up selling a few gems to afford it at this rate. Okay, so... Oh, hello, there's a chest in the lake. Alright, well, we'll search that as well. First, we'll just get all this stuff. Different creatures obviously show up at different parts of the day. I think drowners might show up more frequently at night. So we want to be out of this water soon. Cavalry trousers, okay. We'll take a look at those. Like better than what we're currently wearing. Yeah, my swim faster doesn't seem to be working. Okay, so let's see about those pants we picked up. Condition is worse. 2% to everything. What does this do? 3 resistance to slashing, 4 resistance to elemental damage at 99%. 70%. I think this was probably still better, although it's worth 60. The current pant's worth 68. We'll go ahead and wear these. No. Wear a pair of pants we dig up from a chest underwater. We'll do it. Okay, I think back up this way was the Noon Wraith's abode. We might as well finish her off now. Let's, summon Roach. You can see him up on the mini-map.
Move it!
And time to do battle. We'll rest first in order to be able to craft. And I don't want Roach in the middle of the fight. Last thing I want to have happen to me is get kicked. Roach will wander off on his own and go and find something to eat if you leave him alone for even a little bit of time. Okay, so let's first rest. Can I do that? If I go... Oh, wrong button. To create an item, you need the right ingredients. Here you can find a description of the item you have created. Items you can create are divided into categories. I just want to make the potion. White honey. Clears toxicity and cancels all active potion effects. Requires 1 dwarven spirit and 1 honeysuckle. We can actually make this. Let's go ahead and do so. In order to use an item during gameplay, it must first be equipped on the inventory panel. So our game wants us now to go there. And then equip it. So we would take this and drag it to... here? Now, this potion itself doesn't really do very much for us, in that it makes it so that we're not going to die of toxicity. So this would let us change the potions we have currently in effect, and or drink other potions faster. But itself won't help us in combat beyond that. We don't have the ingredients we need, though, to make the other to make anything else. We're going to want Spectre Oil, and for that we need one more Arniaria. Is that how you say that? Arinaria? Yeah, I think so. So we need small white flowers from something. Okay, let's go back and get Roach. And we'll head on back to the town to find some of that ingredient. Looks like we'll be doing battle against her during nighttime. Would have rather have fought her during the day, but I guess it doesn't really matter. She's at her strongest during the noon hours, when she actually is out normally. So you definitely want to fight creatures when they're not at their most powerful. So fighting her at night actually would be a good idea. I just mentioned fighting at night being difficult because it'll be a little darker, but we should still be able to see her well enough. We'll have to keep our eye open for that other herb that we need in order to make the necrophage oil as well, and swallow especially. We're going to want all of the ingredients for that stuff. Okay, so we're looking for these little flowers, and I think they're in a field somewhere close by here. This is white myrtle. I don't think this is what we're interested in. And we can't pick up any ingredients while riding Roach either. That is calamine. I forget what that one is. Okay, I guess we'll have to trot a bit. Stories, Tim. Stories to talk about. So, I've never ridden a horse in real life. I was at a summer camp when I was a little kid, and they had horses there. But I remember an event where a horse bucked the counselor who was on it and stepped on his stomach afterwards. And that was... Oh my god, that was so agonizing to see happen. The poor guy ran into the woods screaming, clutching his stomach. Oh man, Billy, to this day I'll never forget that. Oh man, I'm laughing now, but I still feel really bad for the poor guy. He recovered and what have you, but oh man, that sucked. Anyway, seeing that really kind of made me realize that horses are really powerful, and they're going to do whatever the heck they want to do. So I have no desire to, or I had no desire and still don't have any desire to get close to one. Oh, let me rephrase. Ride one. I'm sorry. I don't mind horses one single bit. I actually dated a girl for a little bit named Astrid. She and her family raised racing horses, and I got to go to the stables once to help her. I knew nothing really about the horses. I was able to move hay around and stuff like that for them and clean the stable out to help her family, and it was amazing. They were really, what's I'm looking for? Prideful animals. Wow. Really careful not to spook them as well. Oh my goodness. Years and years ago now was that. As for farms, we're out on one. Again, summer camp. There was a few farms out there. Mostly I remember getting from them were blueberries, wild blackberries. In fact, we got it so much my mom was able to make, I think, a blackberry pie and muffins for breakfast using them. Delicious. But what else was there about? Oh yeah, and ticks. Lots and lots of ticks. The blueberries were in this these power lines, is what I'm going to call them. Basically, oh, where'd you go, Roach? Roach, get back here. Oh, he teleported. All right, yeah. So, yeah, they were on these power lines where all this brush was, and of course we would go there. I remember one. I don't think it was me. I think I only had like 20 ticks on me. Another poor kid had like 80 on him. Yeah, they were a lot of ticks.
Cider with devilish glee. Drinks it down in greedy sloth.
We're gonna quickly grab all these herbs and then we're gonna get out of here. I could probably share a few other tales about summer camp. That was a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. Crazy. What the counselors allowed us to do would in no way be allowed these days. I'll have to tell you some stories about it.
Don't you look at me.
Shut up, kid. Later on. Right now, it's Noonwraith time. I think we have what we need. You better check, Tim. Actually, while you're here, while you're camping, why don't we grab some more of this herb as well? What is this? Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, Cataline. This is not what we need.
Faster.
I love the weather effects in this game as well. Oh, right, weather effects. And while we're looking around, it reminds me, I don't think I've actually activated the immersive camera yet. I'll take a look how to do so off-screen after this video is done. I think we'll probably fight the Noonwraith, and then we'll read some text and call this session. Feels like we've been playing for about 40 minutes by now, or so. Actually, close to an hour, I think. Amazing how fast time goes in this game, especially when you walk everywhere. Okay. Oh, fast traveling. We can fast travel between any of the signs that we arrive at. The only thing about fast traveling is that all potion effects on you will expire, and Roach is nowhere to be found once you fast travel. That's no problem. You can just summon him right to you. Okay. Let's bring up our alchemy. We can now craft a bomb and an oil, it looks like. Summon. Blinds opponents with its explosion radius. Destroys monster nests. Let's go ahead and craft this. And the Spectre oil. Now, the way alchemy works is that if we rest, I believe, for the cost of one potion, one single vial of alcohol, we replenish any of the items that we have created. So in other words, if we use all 3 tawny isles, our white honey, the oil that we picked up here, and all our bombs, we would replenish all of them for one single alcohol. Oh, I'm sorry. Oils themselves have a certain number of hits that they do. In this case, I believe we get, what, 10 hits? I know already. I did it. Yes, I know. Thank you. Tutorial. At least you turned it off. Yes, I know. Thank you. I explained it already. So in 20 hits, we will lose this effect. I should have gone back to town and sharpened my weapons.
Won't stray too far from the well.
Will not do so this time since we're here already. But normally I would definitely do so. Okay. Time to burn the body. Actually, why is this not showing? Oh, maybe because the weapon's not drawn. Alright, let's do it.
And the bracelet. Igni. Hey, I think it worked.
I like that silver.
I want to avoid her at the start so I can get a trap down. I don't know why our trap is not working so well. Good. Fleeing the battlefield. I don't know why our trap isn't working. Wow, that could have gone a lot better. But we won. We didn't die. Essence of Wraith, Spectre Dust, Infused Dust, a Mutagen, and a Dune Wraith trophy. We also used all our water and the little bit of food we had. But we're almost back at full life, so worth it. I was used to her lasting a bit longer in material form, so that's a bit awkward. We should have done a lot better there, but, well, we'll accept the results. Let's go ahead and look at and read about the mutagens, I suppose. Let's go to our inventory. Oh, I think it's our skill book, actually. Books and skill. I know. Yes, thank you. Oh, we'll read about the characters right in a few more seconds. Where's our character? Here we go. So, we haven't leveled... Oh, we did level. We did level? We're level 1. No, we haven't leveled yet. We need 1,000 points to be level 2. We have no points currently available to us. We do, however, have a mutagen. That can go into one of these slots, I think. Well, I thought so. Where's my mutagen? Oh, I guess not. Oh, maybe this mutagen is made to make a potion, a decoction, not actually used to make a mutagen I'll equip. Okay, but there is something else we can do. We did pick up that Dune Wraith trophy. Where is it? Oh, it's already equipped. So this will earn 5% bonus experience, as you can see, from humans and non-humans. So if this 5% experience points, no matter what we kill. It's also worth 250 orens if you want to sell it. So I think we'll stop here, everybody. We actually defeated the Wraith. We almost died, but I'm a little rusty. We'll get better at it as we play. Let's go ahead and do some bestiary and some character reading. We'll read 2 entries from the bestiary and 2 characters. There'll be no other adventuring in the rest of this video, everyone, so if you're not interested in hearing about this stuff, feel free to just close your browser. Not that you wouldn't do that anyway. And I thank you in advance for watching. Okay, so where is our characters? Oh, that's our character. Cerelia. Cerelia Fiona Ellen Rhiannon. Is that right? Fiona Ellen Rhiannon. What can I possibly say about her? That we call her Ciri for short? That she was born in 1251? That she has ashen hair and a scar on her cheek? All true. And that's the Cerelia I know best. The one I first laid eyes upon those many years ago. The one who seemed thoroughly, well, not ordinary, but certainly not as extraordinary as she is in fact is. For Cerelia is also a highly skilled witcher, heiress to several thrones, and the last bearer of the Elder Blood, a powerful source endowed with exceptional magic talent, and the Lady of Time and Space. Her hair color and date of birth seem rather incidental now, don't they? I could also tell you she is Geralt's adopted daughter, but that would be a gross simplification. Ciri is much more. She is his destiny, his unexpected child, someone bound to the Witcher by fate's most inextricably tangled fetters. Following age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Kaer Morhen, where she came into his care. There, he and Vesemir taught her in the ways of the professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed, and they discovered she was a source. Ciri's gift proved a curse as well. Because of it, she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. I don't think she actually went under the trials of, what was it, the trials of grasses, I think is what it was called. She didn't have to drink any mutagens. She didn't have to go through the fasting or the events that the Witchers have to go through normally. But I think she kind of made up for it by her magical aptitude. I also think, now I begin to dwell on, I think all the Witchers are men. I don't think women can even become a true Witcher, as it were. Not that she couldn't fill the role of Monster Hunter well enough with her powers. While we're here, I guess we'll look at Yennefer of Vengerberg. The Witcher first met the raven-haired sorceress a good 20 years back. Their friendship and the feelings between them were born of a common adventure involving a genie and a wish granted to Geralt that intertwined their fates inextricably. In the time since then, their relationship had, however, been quite stormy, rich in ups and downs, crises and breakups. Geralt and Yennefer's love provides irrefutable proof of the thesis that opposites attract. A few years ago, Geralt and Yennefer had, after a long separation full of adventures for them both, gotten back together again. Their moment of repose was interrupted by the wild hunt, which took Yennefer captive. The Witcher set out at once to save her, but lost his memory while doing so. When he finally recovered it, he immediately set off once more on his quest to find his beloved sorceress. And for the bestiary, griffins. Aye, half eagle, half tomcat, just like the one on the Lord's crest. Except this one was carrying me dead cow instead of a scepter. Griffin attack witness, name unknown. Griffins were once only found in high... Is that right? Griffins were once only found high in the mountains, where they would hunt marmots and wild goats. When humans encroached on their lands, however, griffins soon discovered a new source of much more plentiful and easier caught prey: cows, sheep, and shepherds. Though still wary of main roads and towns where folk with the means to hire Witcher are likely to dwell, these half-eagle, half-wildcat creatures have gone from rarities to oft-encountered pests known throughout the Northern Realms. Especially hated are the subspecies known as royal griffins and arc griffins. And ghouls. Ghouls creep and crawl at night, eating everything in sight. In a snap they'll eat you too, chop you up for a ghoulish stew. Ghouls and graveyears are hard to describe. In part, they resemble humans, yet on the whole, they are the utter negation of all that is human. Though they have arms and legs like men, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily familiar faces, one searches them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing and one thing only: an insatiable craving for human flesh. Alright everyone, we'll look at the rest when we come, well, we'll slowly get through them as we play through the game. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care everyone.